Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you could obviously tell by the intro of this is just going to be a very cozy day in my life vlog. Very low stakes, very gentle, not much is happening, not doing anything like outrageous. I have no plans, I'm just going on with the flow today. My plans of today are chill out, be cozy, be productive. I haven't set myself loads of deadlines or anything, so I'm just chilling. And it's quite nice. Now, the reason I've started doing this is a type of vlog which I've kind of wanted to do for ages, and you guys who have watched my other vlogs may be like, what the hell is the difference? Like, there's no difference here. You're chatting absolute wass. And while you're kind of true, for me, I've wanted to be able to literally just film random clips out and about when I'm outside of the house, when I'm just making a coffee downstairs and I don't want to have to bring my camera everywhere. I love my camera and I rave about my camera all the time, especially for YouTube and TikTok videos. I love my camera. The problem is it's not the most stable and it's not that great at vlogging for me. And that was fine, because when I first got the camera, I didn't want to vlog. That was not something I thought I would want to ever do, because I'm very anxious when I'm out and about, so I don't really want a camera. But I always wanted to be able to do these types of vlogs. And I started trying to use my phone, but my phone had zero storage. Literally, every time I wanted to take a picture or a video on it, I'd have to delete about 30 others. So that's why the main reason, as you guys know, I got the camera anyway, was storage reasons. But also the camera quality on my old phone, for some strange reason, was like horrific, even though it was a pretty damn good phone. It was, I can't remember what model it was, but it was one of the newest. I think it might have been the 15. Potentially the iPhone 15, but it was a second-hand phone. I've never had a brand new phone. I've always had hand-me-downs or second-hand, which I think is absolutely amazing. You really don't need to buy a new phone. I had my screen replaced on my last one, so I think that's why the front camera was always kind of blurry, and then the back camera just was exactly the same. I always had to clean the lens even though it was clean. I did my first big car purchase and I did get a new phone. I got the iPhone 17. This isn't just for content, but because content has become such an important and big part of my life, and I'm really trying to make this my full-time job, if I could manage that, literally a dream come true. So I thought I might as well invest in something that I use every day for life and my other job, but also something that would really help me do content, because when I'm out and about, I can just quickly film a video and I don't feel like I'm being intrusive. Whereas if I'm with my camera, you have to get it out of your bag, fix it all up, take a video, put it all back, where this is, I think, perfect. I've always thought I was potentially going to get the DJI Osmo Pocket, but I was either going to get that or my camera, so I don't feel the need to get a DJI now when I was going to get a new phone in the future anyway, because it had no storage and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even send texts. My WhatsApp wouldn't let me on because I had no storage. So I thought, kill two birds with one stone, get a new phone so I could actually have a working phone, but also be able to do more content for you guys. So I'm very excited. All of the clips at the very beginning of this video were filmed on here. Obviously, I'm filming on my baby. I love my camera so much. Literally perfect for sit-down vlogs, perfect for everything else. And this is my new baby. I love it. Also, because of this, it is one of those sticky things. I've always wanted to try one, but this one's a MagSafe. Oh, that didn't go on properly. There we go. So it literally goes on to everything and it is so easy. And I have always wanted to kind of branch out and start doing like fashion or just more lifestyle stuff. And this is so easy just to, as you've seen, put on my wall, show you how I'm doing like my makeup, my skincare, just all of that jazz. And I can do that now. Very excited. The camera quality is incredible and I have double the amount of storage I had on my old phone. It is like unbelievable. Very exciting. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. As I said, I'm doing like a cozy vlog. I do have quite a lot I need to do. Well, not quite a lot. I have quite a lot of stuff that I want to get done that I probably won't get done. I need to send off 2 books for my Vinted. I probably should have done that yesterday. But my grandparents are staying with me, so I kind of just been spending time with them. I was going to be doing like a big filming and editing day today because I'm working for the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I wanted to get bulk filmed and edited. But And my grandparents wanted to go into a local town, and I was like, of course I want to go with you guys. So that was what we did. Got a nice little pan of raisin and a coffee. It was lovely. I went book shopping at the charity shops. I have some incredible charity shops around me, and I kind of feel like you guys may know what books I picked from the selection that I showed you. I only bought 2 books from that first charity shop. I don't know if I filmed in any of the other ones because they didn't have the best selection. I have got first edition Throne of Glass books from there before, so that town knows ball. Like, they have some great books. And in that charity shop I found this cute little book. I am kind of low-key becoming a sucker for traditionally mass published paperbacks. This might be the first one I've ever bought, first one I ever have. I want to bring them back because how cute is this? This is Terry Pratchett's Weird Sisters. I never know how to pronounce that. Is it Weird? It's like in Throne of Glass when you have the word collars. Anyway, this is part of the Discworld novels, Discworld sequence. It's a 6th novel, and I've looked it up. You can read them all standalone, interconnected standalones, but there are different sections for each, different character arcs, and you can read full character arcs, or you can read them in chronological order. I'm going to read the Witches character arc. This is the 2nd book, so I'm going to buy on World of Books book 1, which is Magic Rights, something like that, which I'm very excited because I've never read a Terry Pratchett, and I just think it's really cute and it's cool. And I feel like with these I'm not worried about them getting a bit battered. I always think my classics actually look a lot nicer, slightly battered. So I got this, and hoping I'll get around to reading the first book quite soon once I order it. But I am going to buy 2 more books on my World of Books order anyway. I'll put them here. I can't actually remember the names of them, but these are 2 books that I saw in Waterstones yesterday and then a week ago, and I'm on a book ban of buying basically any book apart from charity shops or World of Books, which is basically an online bookshop charity shop. So I saw these 2, and I've just drawn in by their covers and what they sounded like, and they have them on World of Books as well, and it's buy 2 get the next one 25% off, and it's also spend £3 I think, and then get, is it £3? I can't remember. You spend a certain amount, a small amount, and you get free shipping. So I'm going to buy 3 books. Can you see how messy my room is? I'm hoping I've set this up so you can't see down there, because it is a tip, as per usual. Anyway, this was book 1. I got this for £2.49. It is originally £3.99. That's what I find quite funny is mass published paperbacks are kind of now being sold for similar prices to modern day books. Like this one. This is the next one I got. This is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I actually had a special edition of this pre-ordered when it first came out, and then I cancelled it. I can't remember why. I just felt like I didn't actually really want to read it. It was just because it was a special edition, but it's hefty. This might now be one of the biggest books I own, which is ironic because I've literally just done that video on the biggest books I own and the most daunting. This one is 1006 pages. It is really heavy. I actually don't really know that much about it, but it's about magic, and I'm really in my magic phase at the moment, and there's something about there's something about a thick book which just really appeals to me. I'm a bit, obviously, I would love this to be in perfect condition, but it is a bit damaged. Obviously, it was also £2.49 from the charity shop, so I'm thinking of this as going to be a book that I properly annotate, because I feel like this would be a beautiful book to annotate, and yeah, I feel like I'll get around to that maybe soon, probably not. I have so many books. Anyway, that is what I bought. What else did I do in town? I can't really remember. What else did I do this morning? Oh yes, you saw me reading this bad boy. Guys, I'm getting happy nerves when I'm reading this book. I'm having to put my hand over the other side of the page so I don't accidentally skip, because of how excited this book is making me feel. I'm around 40-50% through. Hold your horses, but I'm about to say I think it might be better than book 1. Bear in mind I gave book 1 a 6-star. I think this is also going to be a 6-star. For those of you who maybe this is the first video you're seeing from me, this is The Knave and the Moon by Rachel Gillig. I still can't believe I have this special limited arc in my hand. It is my prized possession. This book is absolutely phenomenal. I'm kicking my feet giggling, but not at romance, because, well, it is, but it's also not. At the other characters as well, because this book has some of my favourite characters ever. One of the baddest bitch FMC ever. I love Sybil. Obviously, I'm in love with Rory. He's like my number one book boyfriend. And then my favourite side characters ever. The Gargoyle is the best. I'm not going to say the others because I don't really want to give anything away for anyone who hasn't read book one. It is phenomenal. This book is phenomenal. And I want to be speaking about what is going on in depth, or even not in depth, but just as I would with a normal book that's already come out. Like, I'd kind of be saying like, oh, it's giving this vibe, it's giving the vibes of this film, it's giving the vibes of this book, but I'm not going to say anything because I genuinely don't want to give anything away because I want everyone to experience it the way that I'm experiencing it. It is phenomenal. I will be obviously reading some more of this today, hopefully. I really need to do some filming, but I think I'm like slightly burnt out, in the sense that I'm starting to lose ideas on what to do for TikTok videos because I posted one a day since the 1st of March, and obviously I like to do little reading vlogs, which are pretty self-explanatory, reading updates, but then I feel like if I just keep doing the same recommendations, people are going to get bored of me, but then I forget that some people obviously haven't seen my stuff that I've posted even like a week ago. So I think I'll go back to when I first started TikTok and up some of those videos. I'm thinking of doing some like Halloween-y vibes, like some vampire recs, werewolf recs, witchy recs, but not witchy recs like I already have. I mean like fantastical romance witchy recs, like the supernatural type vibe. I need to clean my room. I always need to clean my room. And then I need to do some chores around the house. I need to do some washing, bring my washing up, all of that jazz. So yeah, I think I'll leave you guys here for now, and we'll just see where I see you guys next, I guess. It is a lovely, lovely day out. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. I mean, when has it ever been cold in the past couple of weeks? Us Brits, we've been getting the biggest heat wave and I can't deal with it. But what time is it? It is 3:23. I have edited one TikTok video. And that's for today. I feel like this day has been going so slowly, but also way too quickly. I'm gonna try and get another thing. I lie, I actually did some filming. I filmed 3 other TikTok videos, I think. So I actually did get some stuff done. I'm gonna edit another one, chill out, because it's so lovely. I have done the washing. I haven't cleaned my room yet. I just hate cleaning my room. But yeah, I'll get more editing done. I'm trying to still figure out like how to vlog on a day that I don't really do anything, because I don't want it to be boring for you guys. But I know I like to watch cozy vlogs. I have no updates. What did I get done when I was outside? Since my last little check-in, which is probably 5 seconds ago for you guys, I had just finished editing one video and I started editing another. I've got about halfway through editing that and then my laptop died. So I've gone to put that on charge. My phone then died, so I've gone to put that on charge. So I should probably do the other things that were on my original checklist, which were send my vintage package. Alas, we're having a problem with my car, so I can't actually get to the post office. Will be fixed by tomorrow, so I will be going and doing that. I could wash... I could clean my room. I could. I don't think I'm going to, because I really don't want to. And I think that's... Oh my god, the problem with it being so hot right now is I keep my windows open and there are flies. And I can't stand it. The flies, the spiders. I'm not afraid of spiders unless they're very specific. Depends on my mood and like the time. I could see one spider one day and be like, cute, gonna save it, gonna chuck it out the window or carefully place it out the window. And then the next day, see the exact same spider in the exact same spot and freak the fuck out. But I've got loads in my room now and it's just getting a bit of a joke because, oh my god, they spend more time in here than I do because it's too hot and stuffy. I live in the attic and it just gets so muggy because it's an old house, like an old country house, that there's no air conditioning. And I don't have a fan because it's never this hot. Why would I invest in a fan when it's usually only this hot for like 1 a week in the entirety of the year? It is frankly despicable. I'm lapping it up. I'm loving it. I'm finally getting some colour in me. Yeah, you might be thinking, Lily, that's like still pale as this. Not the other side. The other side of my arm is horrendously pale. That is tanned. That is a tan for me. Okay. But yeah, I don't really have any other updates. I just felt like I needed to sit down and talk to you guys again because I've only had two sit down talking clips. This is the third, and it's like a little vlog. Still on the same point as I don't know what the best. Whatever whistle there. I don't know the correct vlogging like algorithm, but trial and error. I'm excited to try all these different styles of vlogging out. I actually really like this because it's a lot more carefree and a lot easier, and that's what it should be. I shouldn't be forcing things. I haven't been forcing things in my other vlogs. It's just, as I said earlier, bringing my camera around with me. It's also because like my mic and my light that's attached to my camera makes it even like heftier, bigger and bulkier, so I don't really like carrying it around everywhere with me. And so now with my phone I can just make it seem more like seamless and more natural, which I'm really enjoying, and I hope you are as well. This might even end it. That's a lie. It probably won't. I think I'll be filming small little snippets. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring my book down outside and read some of The Knave and the Moon because my phone and my laptop are charging, so I can't work, can I? It'd be rude of me to waste this time by not reading about the love of my life, Roderick Mendacious. Okay, I'm gonna go read about him now. Bye! It is actually the next day and quite far into the afternoon. I think it is 3:12, and I obviously didn't get a chance to finish the video last night because I ended up going to my local pub with my parents and my grandparents, and then we came back and had dinner and watched Devil Wears Prada 2. Is this a safe space to say that that film should never have been made and was arguably one of the worst films I've ever seen? I rated it at 1.5 stars, and those 1.5 stars are only for Stanley Tucci. I love that man with all my heart. I am kind of a low-key, high-key hater of making sequels for films that simply do not require a sequel, or do require a sequel a couple years after it came out. Specifically these 2000s films, which you guys must know, or if you don't, there's this big thing about how films are filmed now and the colour schemes of back in the 2000s to now. Like you have Netflix lighting, everything's bright and it looks forced and it doesn't have the same vibes. Devil Wears Prada, number one, was one of the best films ever. It was so messy and problematic, and the characters were just not great, but it was just perfect. The soundtrack was incredible. The clothes were incredible. It was exactly what you need. If they were going to do another one, number two, I think it should have been a couple years after. I think we all would have loved to see that bit. I don't think this was necessary. This is going to be maybe a tough pill to swallow for some people. Miora, I know this is a tough one for you because you recently admitted to me that you really like this film. Mamma Mia 2 should never have been made. Mamma Mia 1 is my favourite, one of my favourite films ever. I simply adore it. I think Mamma Mia 2 didn't give us anything. It was fun, it was whimsy, and obviously we got to see Donna's life, but it didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. The only great stuff were obviously the soundtrack, the songs. That was amazing. I do love that, obviously. I just don't think it was needed, and yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. Don't know how I got onto that. Yes, I was talking about why I didn't finish my video last night, but that was my little rant on that. Let me know if you guys are in the same boat as me, because I know a lot of people love a sequel, but I don't know if a lot of people love sequels like 20 years after. Also, there's a whole thing of like films in general, like Disney recreating old films. Just make a new one. I don't know why we keep recreating things. Use like your imagination, stuff like that. I need to end this video, and I was going to say that I did do a bit more reading last night, and I did do some this morning, so I will count in the pages that I read this morning as well. So I'm on page 230 of The Knave and the Moon, and it is simply one of the best books I've ever read. I do think it is going to be slightly better than book one. Book one was a 6-star read for me, so this is incredible. I can't explain to you the feels I have when I read this book. I love it with all my heart. It is simply phenomenal. I love all the characters. But I am getting really scared because I posted my reading update on TikTok last night. Rachel Gillig reposted it on her story. And then I replied to that being like, you better not break my heart. And then she replied with these 2 little emojis. I have a theory that I know how it's going to end. If you haven't read the Shepherd Trilogy or The Knight and the Moth, skip to this because I don't want to give any spoilers away. If you have read both, stay. If you've only read one but not the other, go, because I'm talking about both now. Okay. Obviously, the end of The Knight and the Moth, Bartholomew, my baby, gets his fucking like wing cut off and he's made of stone. Like, he's not a lizard, he can't grow back. As much as I would love him to be able to, because he's like my favourite character ever. Obviously, the ending of the Shepherd King duology, the nightmare, bestie nightmare, I'm worried that is how she's going to end this one. Nothing of that sort has happened. Nothing sad has happened yet. But I'm thinking, knowing how she writes and the emotion that she evokes from her writing and that response, I'm worried that that's going to happen, because I can't see any of the other characters that I'm really attached to dying, because I swear to God, like, I can't possibly fathom that would be how she ends it. I also can't fathom that killing off Bartholomew, my king, would also be a good thing. Like, I don't want that to happen, and that's not a spoiler for anything in this, by the way, because nothing like that's happened. So that was just a little insight into what I think is going to happen. I will be crying no matter the ending, so I will be vlogging me ending this book. So if I'm crying, I just want to say right now, it's nothing to do with what I've just said. Or it could be, but I don't know, you don't know. I'm attached to every single one of these characters, and I have seen people cry about this book. So I'm scared. That is my predicament. That is my prediction. I hope you guys enjoyed this little daily vlog. I know it was, like, as I've said so many times, maybe a bit different for me actually filming. I don't know if it'll be different for you guys actually watching. I think I'm going to try and do more of these, and I'm really going to try and do more just vlogs in general, because they're my favourite things to watch, and I think they're the ones that usually do a bit better on my channel than just like my sit down videos, or I just haven't figured out the best format of sit down videos. Thank you so much if you made it this far and you actually listened to me yap this entire time. Please remember to like, and if you're not already, then subscribe. That would literally mean the world to me. And let me know what book you guys are currently reading, and if you're enjoying it or you're not, because I love finding out what you guys are into. Even if it's completely different to how I feel about the book, I love hearing your thoughts. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.